Good day, my dear students. My name is Ebo Fidelis. We are social studies teacher. Today, we'll be treating on the topics national security objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students should be able to define national security, state two divisions of national security, mention 5 ways of ensuring national security, enumerate a crime that affects national security, explain 4 ways through which crimes that affect national security can be drastically reduced. A nation is a historically constituted, stable community of people formed on the basis of common territory, ethnicity, language, economic life, etc., manifested in a common culture. National security can be defined as the military, economic, and diplomatic measures put in place by a nation to ensure stability as well as safety from internal and external attack. National security is put in place to contain instability, control crime, eliminate corruption, and improve on the quality of life of its citizens. The divisions of national security. National security is divided into 2. Internal security, which is with the concern of armed force in case of external aggression. Internal security, which is the responsibility of the police and other paramilitary agency in time of internal aggression. Ways of ensuring national security. Diplomacy. Diplomacy is a system of influencing foreign governments through dialogue, negotiation, and other methods, devoid of war and violence. Economic power. This entails developing the nation's economy to attract investors and facilitate mutual cooperation. Armed force. Armed force, this has to do with maintaining a well-equipped armed force and being battle ready in case of any threats. Civil defense. This has to do with maintaining civil defense body and being adequately prepared to meet emergency needs within the country. Infrastructure. This is the provision of adequate facility for the well-being of the citizen. Intelligence service. This has to do with having a well-equipped intelligence service to obtain vital security information and protect the nation's secret information as well. Counterintelligence. It involves using secret police or spy to protect the nation from internal and external attack. Crimes that affect national security. 1. Pipeline vandalization. This is a deliberate destruction of oil and gas pipeline, either in an effort to steal oil or to frustrate governments and other oil companies. Illegal oil bunkering. This is the stealing of crude oil right from the oil well and illegally transporting it to the ship in offshore. Drug trafficking. This is a global illicit trade involving the cultivation, manufacture, distribution, and sales of dangerous substances which negatively affect the consumer. Terrorism. This is violence, a violent crime committed by people who want to get attention for what they believe in. A good example of is the mayhem committed by Boko Haram in the northeast. Also, a religious fanatics known as Maitesen mayhem that occurred in Bono in the early 1980s. Human trafficking. This is illegal trade in human beings, especially women and children, for illicit gain. It is a serious crime and grave violation of human rights. Arson. This is maliciously setting fire on someone's or government property with the aim of causing damage or total destruction. Kidnapping is forceful taking away of people without their consent and sometimes demanding for ransom before they are released. This attitude hinders development because it is a threat to both Nigeria and foreign investors. Espionage. This is the practice of use of spy to penetrate a government by another country. International organizations can also spy to monitor the key agencies of a country. Treason. This is the crime of betraying one's country by attempting to kill the president or overthrow the government. It also involves conspiracy either with another country to wage war against your own country. The last but not the least is importation of expired food and drugs. This has to do with food, beverage, herbal preparation, and other drinks and drugs produced in a factory in a tin, bottle, or nylon, of which the seller had removed the expiring date or label and replaced it with another. This poses a great threat to the life of the consumer as well as the economy. How can we eliminate the crimes against national security? The crimes against national security can be reduced drastically by a massive campaign, creating massive awareness through social media. Also, by establishment of consumer safety club in schools. It already exists in some schools. That clubs will be empowered and encouraged to progress more. Educating the youth on how to avoid strangers and criminal gangs. That is, knowing part of friends you keep and knowing who you are and who you deal with. Next is education on the benefits of preserving infrastructure. When people are educated on the need to preserve infrastructure, they will now understand the need not to destroy the existing one. In summary, national security is the measure put in place by the government to ensure the safety of lives and the property, both internally and externally. National security can be ensured by putting certain measures which ranges from diplomacy to counterintelligence. Crimes that affect national security are acts which seriously affect sovereignty of a nation. These crimes can be eliminated by providing adequate security and the enlightenment campaign. Finally, assignments. What are the functions of Nigerian police? Listed. Explain two crimes that affect national security that you are conversant with, the one you know. After that, just kindly submit it as usual in the school email saccigul@gmail.com.